What is up, Candy fam? My name is Nate. This is Flippin' Candy, and the objective of this new channel is to bring you a little bit more clarity to this new Candy MLB market launch. As we all know, or for those of us who have used it so far, it's very primitive right now. It's a beta launch. It's functional, but the search functions are very limited. There is a lack of filtering, and it's hard to get exactly what you want to get. So might do some videos in the future about how to navigate it, but for now, I'm just going to give a breakdown of what I have looked at so far. So let's start it off with what went down in the first 24 hours. So the very first sale was an all-star pack, and this person's probably wishing that they had held out a little bit longer. It went for $150, and they're sitting at a floor of $900 at this point. In the first hour, we saw 1,700 sales. At this point, we're up over 10,000 at the time of recording. And we also, in the first hour, saw our first major purchase, which was a $5,000 purchase of a rare Ohtani. It was the first purchase of that size. Also in the first hour, we saw our first verified complete all-star collection. This is 81 card collection. Somebody knocked it out in the first 45 minutes, which is pretty impressive. Moving into hour two, we saw an epic Soto go for 4,000. Those are sitting at a floor of 5,000 at this point. So a nice buy, but also a nice return for somebody that probably pulled that in a $50 pack a couple months ago. We saw in that same hour a $6,600 sale of an epic Tatis, which up to this point is still the second highest epic Tatis to sell, besides the #1 sale overall. Although this person might be kicking themselves a little bit because the floor of these are sitting at 11,000 now. In those first 2 hours, we saw over 500,000 in sales, and those are spread across 2,800 transactions. We also saw 45 transactions over $1,000, and at this point, we are up over 150 of those types of transactions. In hour three, we saw an epic Adley Rutschman. For all you Orioles fans out there, went for $2,000, and that has set the floor price, which has sat steady at $2K. We also saw our first verified uncut diamond collection. This one took 3 hours to collect the 30 card set. So we do have our first verified set of each of the first two sets. Candy released this on their Discord along with the rest of these graphics. As you probably noticed, in those first 3 hours, this was your top 10 in terms of the sales, the players being sold. Pretty predictable on that top 6. A lot of your young talent and your staple Mike Trout, Mookie and Aaron Judge, a couple popular stars, and then Bobby Witt and J-Rod were our two uncut diamonds to crack the top 10. We also saw our first $15,000 sale, which is still in the top 5 as of now, an epic Ohtani. The floor of that is still hovering around the same, one available for $13,500 right now. Again, Candy launched this top 6 in those first 4 hours. A few of these still in there. A couple of these, the Trout and the Ohtani for $15K are still in the top 5, top 6. The rest of these have been bumped. But the most intriguing of these was the Core Correa, which went for $6,500, despite the current floor of Core Correas being $68. And the reason for this was the serial #1. You'll notice as you click through the sold listings that having serial #1 is a huge bump in value. So hopefully you took a look at that before doing any sales. It took 8 hours to cross the $1 million threshold. And it took in the first 24 hours, there were $1.4 million in sales. It took 7,700 transactions to do so. And here are our top 5 sales up until this point, midday on Tuesday the 17th. We've got Tatis, as you can see, edition 1 of 30, which is going to lead to that huge bump in value, sitting atop at $20K. Trout and Ohtani with $15,000, and then a couple more Ohtanis rounding out the top 5. A lot of Trout, a lot of Ohtani in the highest sales, unsurprising. You've got Tatis up the top there, more Ohtanis, and then 6 through 12, we just literally saw our first one of one sold, or at least it was the first one I've noticed. It's possible others have traded hands, but CJ Abrams went for 7,800 just recently before filming this. So from there, I wanted to just dive into what the floor prices are of some of the most relevant stuff. I didn't go into every card. I didn't go into every set. I did just a little bit of each, and I'm sure that I will dive in deeper on more specific videos. But the packs are sitting at floors of $420 and right around $900 for the uncut gems and all-star packs respectively. You're seeing higher value cards getting pulled from the all-star packs. And we also have several of the legendary one-of-ones that are yet to be pulled that's driving that price up on those packs. So if you were patient and you got those for $50, you're looking pretty good right now. Here's our floors of the different Trout tiers. This is one of the sealed one-of-ones that's still driving up the price of the all-star packs. This is your most expensive core card up until this point at $950. Hovering right around $1,000, and as you can see, pretty expensive across the board on Trout. And right behind, you're going to find Ohtani, $800 cores. Got an epic available for just over $13,000 right now, and the legendary has been pulled and is currently listed for $1 million. Tatis, another obvious one. This is another sealed legendary, driving up the cost of those packs. Another essential, no surprises here. And then you've got Vladdy. Vladdy came onto the scene, making a scene last year. Another big prospect, big hold. Obviously already a star in the game, but the sky's the limit with this guy. This is another sealed one-of-one that is yet to be pulled. Got Soto. Another one of the young stars. This legendary has been pulled, listed at $690,000 right now. And as you can see, this is another nice one if you grabbed it in one of your packs. Also worth investing in any of these guys if you're looking long term, which is obviously why they're all so high. I was fortunate enough to grab an uncommon Acuna in one of my packs, still sitting on it. I think that these are a little bit lower than Soto and Vlad just because of the injury late last year. If he comes on hot first couple months, should see these prices go up. His legendary has been pulled but has not been listed yet. Then I did a couple of the uncut diamonds. I'll dive into this deeper in a separate video, but Bobby Witt is the most valuable uncut diamond currently. His legendary has been pulled but has not been listed. Got some pretty expensive cards there. And J-Rod, as we saw in our top 10, just decided to do those two. Again, pretty expensive card. This legendary is still sealed. We haven't seen this one come up yet. And that is pretty much it. So the objective of this, like I said, is just to kind of provide some clarity. So feel free to like and subscribe. I'm going to make a lot more videos just like this. If you have anything that you particularly want to see, anything that you're confused about that you'd like a video made on, feel free to comment below. But I'm Nate, this is Flippin' Candy, and I will see you guys in the next one.